First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. A fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Come on,
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ultra. 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 Go ultra. Set.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. You look at this Bears defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
They'll try to throw down. Young checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and he's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Again, it's Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And Young's throw there incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strike. Strike.
A give running right. It's Hubbard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Young on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. no good, way wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. And they run with a former Panther. It's D'Onta Foreman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On play action, Fields eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Foreman will try to pick it up. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. The Bears at 1-8 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Fields now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Foreman will score. Touchdown, Chicago. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
You look at this Bears defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do some. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
It's taken to the 26. Called at a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
On first down, it's Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He's going to look deep for more. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
To throw on second down is Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here we go, set.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll throw again. Young. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here, all the way down inside the 10. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. The second one will ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Ready?
Now Young. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Young on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll go with a big bank for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up. Perfect situation.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return. And now McCoy's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Foreman powering ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Fields throw complete there to Moore. And works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. On the handoff, here's Foreman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Right.
3rd and 2, Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
They'll Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw, Young. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Red, cycle. Eagle, blue. Blue, strike.
Young to throw on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Slide blue. Ready.
To the air once more, Young.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Here we go. Strike. Cycle. Hey, cross field. Set, cut.
Sanders is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, this has not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Extend. Hey, Karen.
To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
Here we go. Hey, Karen.
Now a first down throw, Fields. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man. Equanimous St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Fields. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Don't jump. Ready? Up.
Here's Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Set, cut. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Cut.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He'll air one out deep for Mingo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready,
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They'll have some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 551.
Fields. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Fields on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Fields. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Panthers will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Young on third down. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall, 53 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 145 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Hey, Ken. Out, let's go. West right in. Hey, Ken.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Fields going to move them around.
11.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Now it's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Now they'll change things up.
Angel.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Now Fields.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. This is Homer. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
Well, really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On second down, here's the option.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
In motion right, that's Claypool. They'll run here with Foreman.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Deontay Foreman.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Bears add 6 to their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. Off the play fake, Young. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing, Young. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Ready.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll throw again. Young. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark from 19 yards away.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Don't jump. Ready?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Foreman. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go, son.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They run it on first with Foreman. Breaks a tackle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They'll run this with Homer. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Now again to Foreman. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Deontay Foreman hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. That throw by Young incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On play action, Young. And Sharp calls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Young off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 3rd down and 7. Young now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And I think when Bobby said go for it here on 4th down, no reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
First down.
It'll be Young again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Let's go now. Red, cycle. Old blue.
Here's Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are back within a score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
No muss, no muss. Right.
Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
On the double.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Young.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Oh, what a play, but he couldn't get out of bounds. And you've got no timeouts. They've got to get to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, 551, 551. Let's go, Alpha right here. Say hi.
Back to throw. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
That's right. Go.
All eyes on Fields.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Here's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Here we go.
Now Foreman. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
186 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. Puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
Fields on first down.
He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense had got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. You got to set your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal.
Angel.
Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. They'll go with Foreman. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. What can Young do in the OT?
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. He's to the 15.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So a win here for the Panthers, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, just a tremendous game throwing the football. Over 400 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes included in that total. And he really just dissected this defense from the opening kickoff to the final gun.
So for the Panthers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll look to get back on